Welcome, welcome. It is now time for lesson 3.2, Everyday Math, 5th grade. Today, we're going to work on writing division story problems, division number stories. I love writing number stories. I think they're really fun. You can be really creative. So I'm going to show you a few hints and tips and tricks, and we're going to get through this together today. So the first thing that you're going to do, make sure that you have your math workbook. If you have your everyday math workbook, open to page 74. And now we're going to talk about our number story problems. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. I want you to be creative. So in your assignment, you're actually going to have the opportunity, and during our video, our Zoom calls, maybe you can share with the group, but I want you to make up the coolest number story you've ever seen. Okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to start by writing and creating a fraction. The easiest way for me to do that, I love writing fractions and I love using fractions, but I also like rolling dice. So that's what we're going to use. My fraction will be 4/5. My second fraction, 8/11. And my third fraction will be 6/2. 6/2, 6 halves. All right, so we're going to start by writing our fraction, our number story problem. So if my answer is going to be 4/5, that means I need something that you can have a fraction of, right? It wouldn't make sense to say I have 4 kids and I'm dividing them by 5 parents, because can you really have 4/5 of a person? No. So here's my biggest hint with these number story problems. Use food. Food is the easiest thing that you can use on these problems. It's so easy. My second response, my second reminder is don't forget it's what divided by how. So looking at my first problem, 4/5, my number sentence will be what divided by how. 4 divided by 5 equals 4/5. And now you have your basic number story problem. Kind of. So the way you're going to do this is you're going to start by making a sentence using the 4. I have 4 bananas. There are 4 cookies. There are 4 pizzas. There are 4 monkeys. No, I wouldn't say monkeys. There are 4 pieces of chocolate. 4 something that can be divided. So I have 4 brownies. Done. Now I need to figure out, I'm going to refocus this. I need to figure out how am I going to divide it? I know I need to divide it by 5. Maybe I'm dividing it by 5 people. Maybe I'm cutting it just into 5 pieces. So how are you going to divide it? So I have 4 brownies. I'm going to divide it with 5 people. So I am sharing it with me, my mom, my dad, Lincoln, and my nephew. Is that 5 people? Me, my mom, my dad, Lincoln, my nephew. Yeah, that's 5 people. The last thing you need on this is a question. So how much brownie does each person get? How much brownie does each person get? Remember, when you're writing a number sentence, a number story problem, you need to include a question, which means you probably should end with a question mark. Now, let's check to make sure our number story problem makes sense. I have 4 brownies. Okay, I can picture the brownies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am sharing them with me, my mom, my dad, Lincoln, and my nephew. So if I separate this into 4 pieces, I get 1 for me, 2 for me, 3 for me, 4 for me. 4/5. Absolutely. I'm right. All right. 8/11. So tricky. 8/11. But is it? Again, use food. The easiest thing that you can use is food. 8 divided by 11 equals 8/11. That is your number sentence. When it says division number sentence, that's what it wants you to write. My top divided by the bottom. Top number divided by bottom. All right. I have 8 something. What do I have 8 of? You write something. I have 8 what? I give them to 11 friends. Done. I'm giving them away. I didn't say I had them. I said I gave them to 8 friends. How much blank, so I have to figure out what that was again, does each person get? Done. Fine. I have 8 Cokes. We love soda. I love Coca-Cola, Cherry Coke. Cherry Coke's my jam. I have 8 Cokes. How much soda or Coke or beverage or something does each person get? Done. Notice whatever your label is also in part of your question. Make sure you have that as part of your question. Okay? All right. 6/2. 6/2. I want you to, when I say, you're going to pause and write your number story problem and your number story. Go ahead and pause and come back when you're done. All right, your division number sentence is going to be 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Notice it's not a fraction this time, and that's okay. It's a division number story. If it turns out equal, it turns out equal. What I want you to do today is I want you to come to our Zoom ready to share your number story tomorrow. Make it creative. Make it awesome. The most creative number story will get 1 extra credit point. That 1 point could mean an A to a B. Okay, here we go. The next part of our lesson is more fair share practice. So we did this a lot yesterday. So using fair share means that I'm going to separate it between a group of people, separate something, right? Again, what over how? What am I dividing? How am I dividing it? Number 1, Davida bought 6 granola bars for herself and the other 7 girls at camp for a snack. If they share them equally, what fraction of the granola bar will each girl get? What am I dividing? Am I chopping up the girls or the granola bar? I hope you said granola bar. So I have 6 granola bars. How many people are sharing? If you said 7, you are not correct. It says she is sharing with herself and 7 friends. So we're going to divide that by 8 people. So your solution is 6/8 of a granola bar. Your number model is 6 divided by 8 equals 6/8. Notice, I don't want you to put a decimal. You don't know how to divide it in order to make a decimal yet. All right, Lucas is making 12 jumbo muffins to sell at his class bake sale. He has 2 bowls full of batter. What fraction of the batter should Lucas put in each muffin cup? So what over how? What am I dividing? Am I dividing the muffins or am I dividing the batter? I'm dividing that batter. So 2 bowls of batter divided by 12 muffins. 2/12 of a bowl. My number model is going to be 2 divided by 12 equals 2 over 12. All right, Ms. Cox is combining bottles of hand sanitizer. She has 11 small bottles of sanitizer she wants to divide equally among 3 large containers. How many small bottles should she empty into each larger container? What am I dividing? Am I cutting up the big bottles or am I cutting up the little bottles? I want you to pause right now, and I want you to try to answer this question on your own. Go. Did you pause? All right, here we go. I am cutting up those 11 small bottles into the 3 larger containers. So I'm going to do 11 over 3. If I do 11 over 3, that is not pretty. I do not like it when my numerator is bigger than my denominator. That is the same as 3 2/3. 3 2/3. My number model is 11 divided by 3 equals 3 2/3. There you go. I can check that by doing my division. 11 divided by 3. 3 goes to an 11 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 left over. So this is my whole number. This is my denominator. And that is my new numerator. 3 2/3. All right, number 4, write a division story problem with the answer of 12/8. Remember what? Over how? I have 12 blank, and I'm dividing into 8 blank. How much does each group have? How many? You got this. All right, for your assignment today, your job is to write 2 story problems. The first one is for 6 over 2 equals 3. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Your second one will be for 12 divided by 8, 12/8. I'm going to have them actually as part of your math assignment for the day in your math boxes. So hopefully you have some pretty awesome ones, and then we can go over them next week. I'm really excited for everything that you guys have done. Yesterday was very, very different, and I understand that. However, I do want to take a moment and say how much I appreciate your hard work. We're going to be ready for lesson 3.3 on Wednesday. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.